The surprising power of small, tiny habits. So, today I'm gonna tell you a story about the British cycling which changed the fate of its five cycling units forever. How they did it. The fate of British cycling changed one day in 2003. The organization which was governing body of professional cycling in the Great Britain have recently hired Dave Brailsford as a new performance director. At the time, professional cyclists in Great Britain had endured nearly 100 years of mediocrity. Since 1908, British riders had won just a single gold medal at the Olympic Games, and they had fared even worse in cycling bidders race, the Tour de France. In 110 years, no British cyclist had ever won the event. In fact, the performance of British riders had been so underwhelming that one of the top bike manufacturers in Europe refused to sell bikes to the team because they were afraid that it would hurt sales if the other professionals saw Brits using their gears. Brailsford had been hired to put British cycling on a new trajectory. What made him different from previous coaches was his relentless commitment to strategy that he referred as aggression of marginal gains, which was the philosophy of searching for tiny margin of improvements in everything you do. Brailsford said the whole principle came from the idea that if you broke down everything you could think of that goes into riding bike and then improve it by 1%, you will get a significant increase when you pull them all together. Brailsford and his coaches begins by making small adjustments you might expect from a professional cycling team. They redesigned the bike seats to make them more comfortable and rubbed alcohol on the tires for a better grip. They asked riders to wear electrically heated overshorts to maintain ideal muscle temperature while riding. They used biofeedback sensor to monitor how each athlete responded to a particular workout. The team tested various fabrics in the wind tunnel and had their outdoor riders switch to indoor racing suits, which proved to be a lighter and more aerodynamic. But they didn't stop here. Brailsford and his team continued to find 1% improvements in overlooked and unexpected areas. They tested different types of massage gels to see which one led to the fastest muscle recovery. They hired a surgeon to teach each rider the best way to wash their hands to reduce the chances of catching a cold. They determined the type of pillow and mattress they led to the best night's sleep for each rider. They even painted the inside of the teen truck white while had them spot little bits of dust that would normally slip by unnoticed but could degrade the performance of finely tuned bikes. As these and hundreds of other small improvements accumulated, the results came faster than anyone could have imagined. Just 5 years after Brailsford took over, the British cycling team dominated the road and track cycling event at the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing, where they won an astounding 60% of the gold medals available. 4 years later, when the Olympic Games came to London, the Brits raised the bar as they set 9 Olympic records and 7 world records. That same year, Bradley Wiggins became the first British cyclist to win the Tour de France. The next year, his teammate Chris Froome won the race, and he would go on to win again in 2015, 2016 and 17, giving the British team 5 Tour de France victories in 6 years. During the 10-year span, from 2017 to 2007 to 17, British cyclists won 178 world championship and 66 Olympics or Paralympic gold medals and captured 5 Tour de France victories, in which is widely regarded as the most successful run in cycling history. How does this happen? How does a team of previously ordinary athletes transform into world champions with tiny changes that at first glance which seems to make a modest difference at best? Why do small improvements accumulate into such remarkable results, and how can you replicate this approach in your own life? So making these small habits makes a big difference. So set up all these small tiny habits in your daily life to improve your lifestyle, performance, and everything you do. Thank you.